Good morning, my imaginary friends. There's going to be no gameplay in this video. It's going to be something of a tutorial on how to mod the AI in Automobilista 2 so that you stop getting 3 of the same car on the grid. So while we're looking at, look at that, I modded my own name onto the side of this Lotus because I am that sad, but this is part of the subject of the video. So you've probably noticed that sometimes when you want to run a race, even if you pick the right amount of cars on the grid for the amount of liveries you've got, you'll tend to get a duplicate. So in this case, I wanted to run Nelson PK's Lotus because, you know, we wanted to mod Nelson PK out of the game. I would still get his car show up on the grid, so there'd be my Lotus, PK's Lotus, and Nakajima's Lotus as well. So you'd end up with 3 on the grid, and someone else would get bumped off. That's colossally annoying if, like me, you like it to be accurate. You know, that there were 2 cars from every team, and having 3 cars on the grid just isn't acceptable. Now, you can fix this, and I'll just back out of this for a second and go to championships. This is one I've set up to do. I may do videos about this, I don't know, because I've been doing a lot of modern tin tops recently with the V8s and the stock cars, I mean. So it was time to go back to some old single seaters. So this is the championship I wanted to run. So you notice that here's my Lotus here, here's Nakajima's Lotus, and PK is nowhere to be seen. And I'll show you how to do this now. So the first thing you want to go and do is go and get yourself an AI file off race department for the class you want to run, and most of them will have the link in their description for the skin pack you need to download to go with it. They need to match, that's important, so only use the skin pack that whoever's uploaded the AI file mentions. So I'll show you that now. Okay, so this is the AI file that I'm using for those 1989 skins that you saw. Just F1 1989 custom AI version 0.1, and it's dead easy to install. It shows you here, you just drop it in a folder, and the same thing if you read just here, you click here and you'll get the skin pack to go with it. So that bit is nice and easy. Okay, so here's where things start to get a little bit interesting. So here is my F2 Classic Gen 2 AI file. So go to the directory where it told you to install the AI file. So it would be Steam Apps Common Automobilista 2 User Data Custom AI Drivers, wherever that's installed on your computer. I'm just going to open up the copy because this is the unedited one. Right. Okay, here we go. So you should start to recognize a few things here. So we've got Alain Prost, Ayrton Senna, Riccardo Patrese, Nigel Mansell, Gerhard Berger, Thierry Boutsen, Alessandro Nannini, Nelson PK. So this is the guy we want to get rid of. So you just want to take everything from here up until that point, /driver, and delete that bit. Make sure you get it all, because if there's any little bits and pieces in between, it will mess up the entire AI file, and it will it'll put the default drivers back in, which is a little bit of a pain. So once you've gotten rid of the driver you want to get rid of, it might not be PK, whichever livery it is you want to race. Maybe you want to race Johnny Herbert's Benetton, but you don't want Johnny Herbert on the grid. You delete Johnny Herbert and leave PK in. So whoever it is, whichever car it is you want to run that you don't want a duplicate of, just delete that one. Nice and easy. Save that and boot Automobilista 2 back up. Okay, so then the last thing you want to do is obviously just pick a race and just yeah, whatever, doesn't really matter. And then we need the right cars. I can never remember if they're F classics or F vintage. I think they're classic Gen 2s. Okay, here we go. So livery select, the one we deleted was Camel Lotus number 11. We can see PK's name on the side there. I just haven't edited the thumbnail. I know if you go to the showroom, it shows you my flag on the side. Right, so we've got the livery select. We've got picked the right car, and we go select. So opponent settings, we know there are 24 liveries, so you need to know how many cars you've got on the grid. We know that there are, yeah, same class. We know there are 24 liveries, so that's 23 plus us. And I'm not actually going to erase, so it doesn't really matter. So this should, now we go save, start, there should be 24 cars, and PK should be gone. Okay, so here we go. Where's the first Lotus? Senna, Patrese, Mansell, Prost, Devon. There's me in the first Lotus. There's Nakajima. And no sign of Nelson PK. So there you go. It's not too difficult. I hope that was some help. And you can now have historically accurate grids without duplicating liveries. Isn't that nice? And just quickly, before I finish the video, I want to talk a little bit about the custom AI in Automobilista 2, because I think for all the developments they've made, you know, with like the force feedback and the tire model and the way the car feels and stuff, I think this is probably my favorite update. The ability to actually mod proper drivers and completely customize them in game is brilliant, and you can really have your own experience. And it doesn't even have to be historically accurate. If you want to run, let's say a 1988 season where you don't want the McLarens to be so dominant, then fine, go to Alan Prost here, race skill. It's a value between 0 and 1, so okay, we'll make the McLarens rubbish. 0.5, boom, now Prost's slower, you can make him rubbish at qualifying. 0.2, you can make him completely lose the plot and make him really aggressive. You know, maybe he's had it with Senna and Prost has lost his cool. You can make him super aggressive. You can make them make more mistakes. It's at 9.7. Whoops-a-daisy, Prost has lost the plot, Senna's got inside his head, now he makes mistakes all the time. So you can change any of these to really customize your experience, and I'm not going to save that because I think in my save file I want Prost to be quite good. You can't edit these on the fly. You have to leave Automobilista 2, make all your changes, and then reload the game. If you make these changes on the fly, they don't update in the game. At least I don't think they do. I've never known them to myself. If there's a way of doing that, maybe there is. I don't know. But yeah, you can have all sorts of fun with this. I love it. Anyway, right, that's probably an entire video on its own. I'll leave it there for now.